Hey everyone, how you doing today? And welcome to the Dropped in 3 channel where we're finally doing the Dropped in 3 podcast. Oh my god, I'm so excited, man. Because basically, the whole channel is meant to be for this podcast. I know I said it's meant to be movies and games and other stuff, which is a big part of this channel. But the main reason why I wanted to start this channel is because I wanted to start a podcast to talk about anime, and we're finally here. So to get straight into it, before I get on to, today's episode is all about winter, spring. How did I mess up winter, summer, spring on episode 1? So anyway, today we're going to be talking about the spring anime for 2023. And I'm super excited to talk about it because where we're at now, most episodes or what was I going to say? Most anime have 3 episodes out. I think actually, to be honest with you, a lot of them have 4. I think it's only Demon Slayer as of recording that hasn't dropped its 4th episode yet. So, Demon Slayer and I think Doctor Stone. Correct me if I'm wrong wherever you are in the comments or anywhere. So, essentially, to talk about what this podcast is, it's an anime podcast where we talk about the latest and greatest in anime. Every quarter, I will be doing a 3-episode I would say not really a review, more of a talk about how I feel about the first 3 episodes of the season, and that's what this is. I didn't do it last season. I was meant to do it last season. Long story short, I couldn't do it, and now I'm doing it now. So I'm excited for that. But then other than that, every week we're going to be doing different episodes to do with topics, not just about spring anime of 2023 or anime of each quarter. We're also going to be talking about anime of the year. We're going to be talking about anime conventions. We're going to be talking about anime in the public, maybe being black with anime, essentially the anime community and how anime affects people and what anime does for us, and just talking about anime in general and just anime life. So that's what this podcast is all about. But every quarter we will be doing a 3-episode cutoff because the name of the podcast is called Dropped in 3. I mean, it's the name of the podcast. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm super excited. And other than that, also, a couple more things. So what you're seeing right now in terms of the presentation of this podcast, even though there is an intro, it's just the beginning. There's so much work that I have to put in terms of making this way better. I want to put different things. I'm not going to spit ideas before I not put them, but I want to put some different things in order to improve the podcast. So bear with me. How this podcast is going to go weekly, it's just basically I'm going to record it, I'm going to talk, I'm going to put it on my microphone obviously, and I'm going to release this podcast on YouTube so you can find it on the Dropped in 3 channel. I'll try and find a way to put it on my channel. I know I'm not going to upload it on my channel, but I think there's a way you can do that through playlists, so I'll try and do that. But also, I'm going to put this on, through Anchor. I'm going to put this on Spotify. I'm not sure about Apple Podcasts yet, but most likely I am. So all the podcasting devices, the aim is that eventually this will be on all podcasting streaming, streaming platforms, not podcasting platforms, or streaming podcasting, same thing. So that's the aim. And without further ado, let's get on with the first episode of the Dropped in 3. So yeah, over the moon. No, I'm really over the moon about this because this season is a good ass season. I mean, with last season, to give you a couple seconds of how I thought about last season is the slice of life season. All right, it's slice of life, the living slice of life. It was basically, even Vinland Saga became a slice of life anime, bro. It was either if you were a slice of life fan or a romance fan. Last season was absolutely pitch perfect. It was beautiful in terms of that. But for me, I enjoyed it, yeah, but I felt like it was still lacking some, other than Vinland Saga, obviously, it was lacking some big boys. Because last year for our season for 2022, we got flipping Attack on Titan and Demon Slayer airing every Sunday. Like deep it. And both of those were 10 out of 10 seasons. So when you go from that to this, I was just like, ooh, as good as Vinland Saga is, I was like, ooh, I don't know. But to get straight into it, right? One anime carrying over that I'm currently still watching is Vinland Saga, and I'll say Vinland Saga has been really, really good this season. I'm not going to go too much into it because, to be honest with you, I probably should have talked about this last season, and I'll talk about it more in a review, and I want to focus more on mainly all the new stuff that's come out this season. But Vinland Saga has been fantastic. It's a different pace than what I was expecting, because from season one, every episode something bad was crazy. Well, from like episode 3, every episode was just wild. But with season with this season, it seems like it's more of a character development season. And I have no problem with that, because what will happen is the payoff will end up being executed. The payoffs will be way better once we've gone through all this development with these characters and trying to understand the characters. And it's gonna annoy me that I forgot his name, but I do like the new character we got. This is gonna really annoy me. Hold on. I have to find this. I think his name is Raynar, right? Raynar. I forgot his name. But basically, the new guy that comes in, he's a really, really good character to come into combat. Well, not combat, but as a contrast to Thorfinn. I won't get into details why, based on spoilers and all that, but the way that their relationship is building based off their past experiences is really well done, and it's really interesting. So Vinland Saga Season 2 has been top tier, but let's get on to the actual anime that I really want to talk about, and that's the anime for Spring 2022. So I'm going to start off with the returning anime. There's only like 3, well, 2.5, I'd say. You will see why I say a half that I'm going to talk about in terms of the returning ones, and then the rest is all going to be new anime. I'm excited to talk about the new anime. I'm not even going to lie to you. So let's start off with the big one, right? The big one, which is Demon Slayer Season 3, or the Swordsmith Village arc. Now, the Swordsmith Village arc, right, it's interesting because when I read this one, initially I thought Red Light Village was just leaps and bounds above Swordsmith Village. And even though Swordsmith Village, it took me a while to appreciate this arc, and I feel like the reason why this arc is so well beloved, and I think a lot of people rate this over Red Light District, even though to me it's a hard one. It's a hard one for me. I won't even lie. If I was to say, the thing is, I understand why people will say Swordsmith Village is better than the Red Light District arc, because Swordsmith Village, I'd say the fights and the hype is absolutely ridiculous. So I'm super excited for the fights, and we've hit episode 3 and stuff's going down. And if you remember how the Red Light District arc went, obviously without spoiling anything for anyone who hasn't watched it, how that was literally just pretty much a 7 to 8 episode battle. That is essentially what's going to happen with Swordsmith Village if you haven't clocked on by episode 3 already. And the amount of sheer hype that's in this arc is absolutely insane. Even though Red Light District, to me, I think it's nostalgia more for me than for me saying critically, because both of them are actually fantastic battle shonen arcs. But with Red Light, maybe because it was my first, like, when you get into, it was the first arc for me that made me realize that Demon Slayer was special. So when I read it, so Swordsmith was just a little less for me. Obviously, no Inosuke, no Zenitsu, and it was a little different for me. But by the end of it, I was like, oh my god, the payoff for this was leaps and bounds beyond the payoffs for Red Light District arc. So in terms of Youth Table and this season, I'm just over the moon, and I'm excited because so far they started off so strong. I would say the animation has gone, man, episode 1. I've already talked in detail about episode 1. So if you want to hear about me talking about episode 1, just go to my channel and go and watch my review for the Demon Slayer movie, because I feel like if I go on and on about that, we'll be here all day, and I'd rather move on to the newer stuff. But episode 2 and 3, man, dude, the animation is clearly gone to another level, I would admit, because there's some shots that, especially when Tanjiro was fighting, obviously I won't spoil it for you, but Tanjiro was fighting, essentially fighting a training, essentially. Let's say he's training, right? And there was this one shot where they had it's not really a camera because it's animation, but a camera just panned through, and I was just like, oh my god, this is the stuff that gets me Demon Slayer. And I'm super excited to see how the fights are animated, because they've already, I think one of the producers was saying that the animation for Demon Slayer, like this one, is on another level compared to the rest. And based off how episode 1 went, especially the stuff with the Infinite Fortress, I'm kind of expecting that, because that episode had no right to be animated as well as it was. Like, that was literally a movie, even though they put it in the cinemas, but that's another conversation for another day. All in all, Demon Slayer started off really, really fire. Seeing animated, well, not animated, but seeing more of Tokito and Mitsuri is amazing. I'm so happy they're here. They're awesome Hashiras. I'm super excited to see how people react to their backstories and how they fight, especially. We've seen a glimpse of that with Tokito, and oh my flipping god, Tokito's Breath of Mist is flipping cold. It was flipping cold. So if that was Breath of Mist, imagine Mitsuri. Oh, Jesus. I'm super excited to see the fight. So Anyway, that's what we're going to talk about Demon Slayer. We could be here all day. I've already got 10 minutes. Oh my god. All right, let's move on quickly. Dr. Stone New World is out. And with Dr. Stone, right, I didn't finish this manga, funnily enough. I actually was on like close to the end. I think I had like 20, 30 chapters and I still haven't finished it. I think when people told me that the ending was it was okay, I was like, it was hard for me to be inclined to finish it. I will one day. I bet you I'll finish it before the anime ends, but well, who knows at this rate, because not gonna lie, backlogs are a thing. But to talk about Dr. Stone New World, this is the arc where I would say the plot really moves. I know with the last season we had the whole Stone Wars with this, obviously without spoiling anything, the way that happened and how that planned out, and very Laws of the Fly-esque and all that, which was really cool, really interesting. But this is the arc where you start to piece together what's happening in this world, and that's why I'm super excited for it. Hence why it's called New World. Now, I won't go into spoilers about what happens, and because the first 3 episodes doesn't really tell you what majority of the arc is. So I feel like it's going to be a huge, not shock, but a little bit of a shock to people when you really go into arc. So I'll just let you go into that blind. But I love the fact that they're still collecting all the resources. Like, Dr. Stone is so lit for making science look so amazing. And anime is cool at that. The anime can make the most generic thing look like the coolest thing in sliced bread. I mean, look at food, for example. That's a whole nother conversation. But with this season, I'm loving the way they're building, well, without spoiling anything, well, I love the way they're building the stuff that is going to help them go across the new world. I don't know if that was spoiler free, but I and also the big thing is what I really was excited for, to see how there is this one particular scene that I'm not going to spoil yet again, that essentially tells us, oh, there's actually a reason why things are happening. They animated that pretty cool, and it was a bit like haunting hearing the words why scarily over and over again. But all that shows me is that I'm just more than happy to be excited for the future of this season. And I think I'll talk more in depth when we get to the end of the season, because a lot happens. There's some cool stuff happens, but hey, we'll move on. So KonoSuba, right? Next anime is KonoSuba, An Explosion on This Wonderful World, right? This is gonna hurt because I can't believe I'm gonna say this. I watched one episode of this and I was bored. I can't believe I'm saying this, because KonoSuba, right, is actually one of my favorite anime. Well, maybe not well, yeah, it is. It is actually one of my favorite anime. I have a lot of favorites. That's why I'm like, oh, I don't know. But if I was to say comedy anime, I think KonoSuba would probably be number 1 for me, even over Gintama. Gintama's damn good too. So KonoSuba, I love KonoSuba. I love the characters. All 4 of them are flipping hilarious. Kazuma, Aqua, Darkness, and Megumin, who's the star of this one. I love them all. The film was actually pretty damn funny. I think it's the best KonoSuba content out of the 2 seasons of the film. I'll say the film is the funniest. It was stupidly funny. And that whole setting was literally the whole setting of this anime. So that's why I'm so confused, because I started this episode and yeah, it's funny. Yeah, it's still funny. It's charming. It's KonoSuba. It won't not be funny. But I was like, damn, like, why aren't I enjoying this as much as like a regular KonoSuba episode? And do you know what the thing is? Yeah, I was trying to take away the fact that there's no Kazuma, no Aqua, no Darkness. But I feel like, man, Megumin kind of needs those characters. I'm not even going to lie. Like, I thought Megumin could hold a show on her own. It's Megumin. She's a fan favorite. Like, she's actually hilarious. But I don't know. Granted, this is only 1 episode. So maybe I'll get to the end of the season and I'll eat my words and look kind of stupid. But based on 1 episode, I was literally like, oh, do I want to continue it? I don't know. I mean, KonoSuba Season 3 is coming out. I could just wait for that. So, hey, we'll wait and see with that one. Hopefully it gets better for me. Now, we're going on to the new anime. And this is what I really want to talk about. So I'm excited for this one. First off, right, we got to start with Mashle. Mashle, magic and muscles, right? So if you don't know, okay, sorry. Before I get to that, actually, I did forget something. Sorry, episode 1. All right, guys, bear with me. I'm going to forget some stuff. But the reason why I said 2.5 anime is because KonoSuba, The Wonderful Explosion on This World. It's technically a prequel and is technically based off KonoSuba, so I don't know if I can say it's a sequel or a new anime. It kind of is a new anime, but it's not. So it's like calling Gun Gale Online a new anime. Is it? Is it not? I don't know, but that's that with KonoSuba. So anyway, Mashle, Magic, and Muscle. So if you don't know what Mashle is, Mashle is basically One Punch Man and Harry Potter mixed together. That's literally it. That's the best way to describe it to people. And man, when I read this in when did it come out? I think like 2020 or something. When I first read this in Shonen Jump, I was like the first chapter blew me away because I was like, this is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life, especially with Mash. The way he is, he's so hilarious because, like a Saitama, he's just stupidly powerful, and the way magic just does not work on this dude. It just does not work on this dude. Is stupid in a funny, good way. And it's like with Saitama, when stuff just doesn't work on Saitama, and you're just like, what? Like, you know what I mean? That's how it is with Mashle. And granted, some people might say it is a knockoff One Punch Man in that regard, because it literally is Mashle punching magic, and it could get a little bit, what's the word? Repetitive in a bad way. So tedious, I'll say. So because the literally the same joke happens over and over again. I like it. And I like that kind of dumb humor. And when you get further into the story, there's some stuff and revelations that come out which make more sense to the whole magic and Mashle and all that. But all in all, I'd say the first couple episodes, it's basically a meme. It's basically a meme. And I love the voice actor for Mash, by the way, because I was a little scared that Mash was going to sound like Mob or something. Or I was expecting Mash to sound like Mob. I'm not going to lie. When I read it in my head, I was thinking more like Mob, but older, because he kind of looks like Mob, but older. But Mash's voice actor, man, he fits so perfectly. So nonchalant, but yet he sounds so cool. And that's what Mash is to me. So, yeah, man, he's killing it. And even the way they direct it, like the jokes are translated very well in my opinion, because I was a little scared that from like translating manga to anime jokes, it works sometimes it looks dumb, but they did it really, really well. And all in all I can say is first 3 episodes animated very nicely, I'd say. Not like anything spectacular or anything, but nicer than I thought it would be for something that's pretty much a shonen, or it's not a gag manga, but it kind of feels like a gag manga, you know what I mean? So you wouldn't expect animation that good. So all in all, yeah, I enjoy it a lot. And I will say the opening is just silliness. But the ending, though, the ending is lit. I won't lie, Mashle has one of the littest ending, bro. I'm dancing all the time. I'm like, cream funky love, or whatever that thing is. Bro, that thing is so lit. So Mashle, keep doing you. Next year, I want to talk about anime that literally came out of the blue. And I didn't even think this was a manga originally. I just thought it was an anime only because of the way it was spoke about in the anime community. And that is Heavenly Delusion, or Tengoku Daimakyou. I slaughtered that. I'm not even going to lie. I definitely slaughtered that. But Heavenly Delusion, right? This is one of the ones that Disney owns now, because, you know, Disney owns anime now. Disney's fighting people in anime. So who would have thought? They bought flipping Kodansha. That's another conversation for another day. But with this one, yeah, it was one of those where, you know, when you check, I don't know about other people, but what I do every season is I check my anime list and I see the anime I'm really excited for, and I see the anime that just looks cool on posters to see what I'm going to watch. And with this one, I aired it. I completely ignored it. I did not give 2 flying S's. I did not care, all right? I really did not care until I was on Twitter. And then the day it got released, I just see people go out, like different anime influencers. Oh my god, the Heavenly Delusion is looking really cool. Oh my god, Heavenly Delusion, this is some mysterious anime. Oh my god, Heavenly Delusion. I was like, oh, great. I guess I might as well watch Heavenly Delusion. And then it's not on Hulu. Granted, the people did fix up. Like the Heavenly Delusion dubbing crew, I think, did apologize for that and say that it was coming. It'll release weekly every week on Hulu, and it does now. But of course I illegally watched it, because do better, Hulu. So yeah, and how I describe this show is, so far I would say is basically The Last of Us and The Promised Neverland in one show. And not the bad type of Promised Neverland, the good type, all right? The mysterious type of Promised Neverland, the one we really like. So, and I won't lie, I'm still trying to piece a lot of what's happening. Hence why I won't spoil it for people and tell you like exactly what's happening, because there's some different revelations that's coming up, especially with episode 3. Some revelations have just been coming out, and I'm just like, I'm still trying to figure out what the hell's happening. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But what I will say is, so far, the 2 characters I'll say the Last of Us-y type of section. Hold on, I need to remember their names. So Kiriko and Maru. I like Kiriko and Maru. I like their relationship so far. It's interesting seeing like these young adults, because when you with Last of Us and Walking Dead and all those type of post-apocalyptic type of stories, you usually see it with a grumpy old man, and you know, it's usually quite like depressing and sad. It's cool we've seen that type of story with like youngish, like 20, 18, 15-year-olds. It's just a bit more like happier, if you get what I mean. Like, for example, one of the episodes, they're traversing through the area and they get to they're trying to go off or without spoiling, they're trying to go on a raft or something, and one of them's like, are you sure we'll be cool? Like, we don't know if they're crocodiles and stuff. She's like, oh no, it's fine, we'll be okay. And they just go across it, and they just like, obviously they eventually they're trying to speed up and stuff, but then eventually they find out, oh my god, there's crocodiles, and she's like, oh my god, see, and they crack a joke about it, and I start laughing. Something like that, usually in a post-apocalyptic setting, they'll make that super scary or have some traumatic scene, but it's good that we can laugh about something like that. But all in all, I love the animation. The animation for the opening first, right? The opening was done flipping well. So beautiful, so fluid. Oh, god damn. Like, that opening is so fantastic. It might be the opening of, one of the openings of the season. I would like, there's some good ones. I mean, Demon Slayer was pretty banging. I forgot to mention that Demon Slayer's opening was pretty slapped. There's another opening there's an anime that we really need to talk about. I'll say another opening from another anime that I really, really, really loved. So yeah, so this one, it's up there though. I would say visually it's the best. I'll say visually, yeah, 100%. Visually it's the best. And in terms of the animation of the actual show itself, oh, so good. So good. Art style so fantastic. And yet again, without spoiling anything, the kind of things that are inhabiting in that area are beautiful to see, mystical to see. But all in all, other than that, that's all I can kind of tell you, because I'm still trying to understand and piece together what the hell is happening. And I like that this is the type of show that I like those type of mystery animes. It kind of reminded me of, before it went off the rails, Darling in the Franxx. When Darling in the Franxx came out, and we're all like, what is happening with this show? And each episode, we're just trying to figure it out. But with Heavenly Delusion, the difference is, as I said, as I first started talking about this, it's a manga. And I did not expect that. Like, the way I was watching this, I thought it was anime original. But nope, it's a manga. So if you want to get spoiled, you can. But I'm just gonna wait for it episode week by week, and I'm super excited to see to talk to people and just to see how people are trying to piece together what the hell is going on, and I'm super excited to hear the conversations about that. So yeah, Jesus Christ, I'm taking way longer than I thought. All right, we move. So we only have 5 more anime left. Then I'll talk about some honorable mentions, or we'll figure it out. So this one, yeah. Okay, actually, there's another anime I missed out. So the thing is, yeah, what I'm going to do with these podcasts is every season, I want to do at least one isekai and talk about one romance. So one isekai, one romance, because I won't lie, I'm a love-hater of isekai, because I love isekai, but I hate isekai. I know it's trash. Majority of isekai are pretty trash. A lot of isekai are good. There's some are good. I mean, like ReZero, Jobless Reincarnation, all of the Slime, the little overrated, but all those ones, right? But majority of them are pretty ass. But I still keep on watching them because I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it's the fantasy in me. I don't know. So there was one, yeah, where I saw the logo for. I said, let's just give it a try. Sounds like an interesting concept. And it was called, I got a cheat skill in another world and became unrivaled in the real world too. First off, light novel names. Why are they always so long like this? Second off, right? This I literally dropped in 3 episodes. I actually no, I think I dropped it in 2 because I got to episode 1, yeah. And episode 1, yeah, there's a part of this episode where it was actually like good. Like it could have felt like edgy trash, yeah. But there was a part of this episode like where I was like, damn, I really feel for the MC. Like Jesus. Like it was actually getting really damn depressing. And I felt for him. And then halfway through the episode, we went all isekai, and then yeah. And we got what we got. And yeah, even the way the main character turned from not to hot was so dumb, bruv. Like it was just, yeah, it was one of those isekais. Yeah, even when it was dumb, I just stopped enjoying it after 2 episodes. It was 2 episodes. I don't think I met like one of the characters. There's meant to be another female protagonist. I have not met them because I cannot be bothered to meet them. I cannot be bothered. It was a waste of time, and that's all I'm gonna say. So yay, we find one anime that I actually dropped in 3. Such a shame, man. Even though I swear to God, the main protagonist is the same voice actor for Kirito. I swear to God, like they don't even try anymore, bro. Just, I don't know. But anyway, there's that. Yeah. Now I want to talk about some romances, and the reason why I said I missed, I'm trying to get up right now, but the reason why I said I missed an anime is because I literally missed one that I was meant to talk about. And that was called Insomniacs After School. Now, High Dive. This is the first out of 2 times I'm going to be talking about High Dive. You'll know why if you've been keeping up with the season. But Insomniacs After School, right, is an interesting anime because I just felt like watching a romance anime. I won't even lie to you. But so what happens is there's these 2 kids who are insomniacs. They can't sleep. They can't sleep. So they start hanging out after school. that's the name of the show. So in all seriousness, I love the vibe of the show. The vibe of this show is so chilled. Like it's just a nice, simple, relaxing romance. No stress, no trauma, nothing. Just the most traumatic thing is, are we gonna stay in our club room? That's about it. You know, like this is proper like slice of life chilled romance. Even the opening and the ending of this show, boy, fam, so chilled, so nice. The animation so clean, so fresh. Dude, the art style is so pretty, so cute. Like, there's so much I could talk. Oh, all the night scenes are so well lit, bro. Like, this show, it's good. It's pretty good. I won't even lie. I'm really enjoying it so far. I love the relationship between the 2 main characters. Love them. And I'm super excited to see more of the story, especially how they've just introduced a new character who's probably going to help in terms of the club activities and all that. So I can't wait to see more from this, and I can't believe that I'm actually watching anime on High Dive. I actually can't believe that. But we'll talk about another anime soon. You know it. It'll probably be the last anime. But another romance I wanted to talk about is my love story with Yamada-kun at level 199, level 999. So this anime, it's another love story. And this one, without spoiling it, I should stop saying that. I think I've said that like 6 times this episode. Jesus Christ. So with this anime, there's this girl called Akane who gets into a video game because of her boyfriend, which I rate it. That's something I need to say. A girl who's not a gamer got in a game because of her boyfriend. We need more women like that. I rate it. But anyway, so she got in a game because of her boyfriend, but what happened, unfortunately, sorry, I'm about to ruin it, but in terms of, no, not spoiler, but I'm about to ruin my whole spiel about, oh my god, it's good that girls are getting into games even if they don't like guys. Well, the guy breaks up with her. So, it breaks up with her literally in 5 minutes. So she's been playing this game for her boyfriend, and the boyfriend leaves her for a girl she finds in the game who's even hotter. So it's just a whole mess for her. So this girl's an emotional wreck. But then in the meeting, when she goes to this event that she was meant to go with her boyfriend, that's for the game. It's kind of like an IRL meetup. She meets this stupidly beautiful looking man who plays the same game and has already met her in the game. And the thing is, yeah, I love this anime because the music is so fire. Oh my god. Like, you know how I talked about how chilled Insomniac After School is because of the vibe, the the layout, not layout, what am I saying? The animation, the art, the way it is. This one, yeah, the music is so damn cool. I think it's a lot of lo-fi they use. Very gamey, try to chill game type of music. Like, I'll honestly sit down and listen to the music from this anime if I want to just play FIFA or something. It's really, really damn cool. And it's cutesy as time in a very chilled, gamey type of way. So the music, I had to point that out first, because that's what keeps me going. The music is absolutely fire. But in terms of the characters, yeah, I actually feel very bad for Yamada-kun. I feel so bad for him. Because if you think about it, right, the way Akane comes into his life, if I was Yamada, yeah, I would be like, babe, you are effing annoying. Bro, she's just a constant train. Okay, granted, I understand why she's a constant train wreck. I get it, right? I completely get it. But me, Akane is just up in this guy's grill. My guy can't catch a break. Granted, it's gonna help him in the story, obviously, because he'll be like, oh my god, this girl, maybe the girl I needed to come out my shell and all that stuff. But in all honesty, I was actually sitting down there like, damn, Yamada, I wouldn't be surprised if one day you just turn around and just be like, leave me alone. So, but other than that, yeah, Akane is actually a cute, I think her name is Akane, right? It would be awkward if okay, it is, yeah. So, Akane is actually a cute character. She's actually cool. And is actually cutesy, trying to see her navigate through the gaming world and the way she reacts to different things in the gaming world. So that's why I can't hate her, even though she can be very annoying to the other character, because she's just such a likable character. But all in all, I'm enjoying it. Also, another thing I need to point out, because of the music again, the ending song, fire. Fire, bro. Fire. I think that might be the best end. Oh, actually, is it the best ending? It's not. It's not. Yet again, it's another anime, which we're going to talk about soon. So let's move on. We've got 3 more anime left. And we're on 31 minutes. Jesus. So this is meant to be like 20 minutes. But anyway, so another anime, yeah, that I'm going to have to get my big boy pants and dunk on for a little bit. It's called Dead Mount Death Play. That's the name of the anime. Now, here's what annoyed me. I went on Twitter, and I think I saw a picture of it. I think someone was like, oh my god, this looks so cool. And I was like, ooh. And Isekai, they said, oh, reverse Isekai done right. I was like, ooh, reverse Isekai done right? And you know me, here's the thing about me, like I said before, I like Isekai, and I know how bad most Isekai are. So when you tell me, ooh, reverse Isekai done right, ooh, I'm ready. You know what I mean? It wasn't done right, man. It wasn't done right. It's just generic, man. It's just the same generic Isekai trash, man. And what made it worse is the main character. I'm not gonna spoil it yet, but the thing that got reincarnated, I was just like, really? That's what's the human now in the real world? Is this? I was like, this is too edgelordy for me. I'm good. Dropped it after 1 episode. We don't want to talk about it again. I don't even need to mention about characters and cool and not. I don't care. So that was that. 2 more anime, and these 2 I really wanted to talk about because these 2 are probably my favorite new ones so far. This one specifically is probably my favorite new one, which is Jigokuraku or Hell's Paradise. So Jigokuraku is set in the feudal Japan? I don't want to get that wrong, but let's say historic Japan, all right? Historic Japan, right? And the main character, Gabimaru, has been sentenced to death for reasons why I wouldn't say. And the executioner who's meant to take off his head, called Sagiri, right? That's her name, Sagiri? Yeah, Sagiri. Sagiri is tasked to cut his head off. Now, Sagiri gives Gabimaru a chance in order for him to change his life for reasons that I won't say. And Gabimaru takes that chance, and in order to do that, him, her, and a bunch of other prisoners and executioners have to go and find the elixir of life. And that's all I'm going to say. And so far, so great, man, because I'd heard good things about Jigokuraku based off the manga. A lot of people said that the manga, people who read the manga say that Jigokuraku's flipping cold. So I was excited to see how it would be animated by Mappa, even though it was meant to come out last year. So I thought we're going to get, what was it? I think it was meant to be a run of I think it was meant to be Jigokuraku, Chainsaw Man. I feel like there was something else that was meant to come out at the same time. But anyway, good for Mappa for actually delaying this because, you know, with Mappa and the jokes we crack about work conditions and employment and all that. But all in all, so far, fantastic. I love the opening. The visuals of the opening are fire as well. Like, I just love what it's showing us. It's just showing us, hey, a lot of characters who are trying to survive and try and get this elixir of life. You're going to see a lot of differences, nuances, backstories, interesting stuff. So I'm super, super sold already on Jigokuraku. Gabimaru is cold as hell. The way he fights is cold as well. Sagiri, yeah, there's a part of me, I like Sagiri, I like Sagiri. But even though they do kind of illustrate this in the show, sorry, Sagiri should not be on that island. I'm sorry, she's not. She should not be there. Like, and it's not even because she's a woman, because this show keeps on says about Sagiri a lot. Oh my god, you're a woman, you can't fight. And especially in the historical periods, obviously, that was what women were very looked on in doing men's roles. So that all, fair enough. And that's not even what I'm trying to say in terms of Sagiri and why she shouldn't be on that island. It's more because the way she acts, I'm just like, Sagiri, mate, bruv, I get it. You want to prove that you're a strong woman, but if you're a strong woman, you should, I think you need to be a little bit more serious here. Like, a little bit more serious. This is life or death here. It ain't no joke. So it is what it is. But I guess what will happen is, as we go through the seasons, as we go through and see more and more from these characters, Sagiri and Gabimaru will grow, especially them together. I love the fact that their relationship is strictly platonic, and it doesn't seem like it's going to go anywhere else but strictly platonic for reasons that I wouldn't get into. And so far, so great. I like the other characters that we've seen so far. I want to see more from them. We've just gotten a taste of the other new characters, or the other characters that's also going to be with Gabimaru and Sagiri trying to find the elixir of life. I'm super excited to see the backstories, though. That's what I'm interested in, to see what happened to these characters, especially the prisoners, and why they are in this situation where they're basically in life or death trying to get the elixir of life. I feel like pretty much everyone's going to die apart from Gabimaru. I have a weird feeling that that's going to happen, because there ain't no way everyone's surviving. Ain't no way. Like, there ain't no way. This is a survival anime. There ain't no way. We're going to be crying for some of these characters, and it's going to suck, but that's what we sign up for with these type of shows. So all in all, Jigokuraku, Hell's Paradise, absolutely fantastic. Fantastic music as well. Very eerie, beautifully shot, not shot, but beautifully animated, art style, beautiful. I love the horror as well. It is kind of, I wouldn't say it's scary, right? But it's very mystically horrifying, if that makes sense. Like, the scariest stuff you see are beautifully done. You'll see plants, colorful leaves, colorful little things coming out from a dead body, and it'll look so damn beautiful. So I have to give credit for Jigokuraku. That the way that's done is so damn cool. So, last anime. Finally, we got to the last one. We're almost at 40 minutes. I can't believe I'm going this long. Oshi no Ko. Let's talk about Oshi no Ko. This is the big one, right, of this season, right? This is the one that I think is probably got the most talk other than Demon Slayer, is Oshi no Ko. As of right now, recording the 29th of April 2023, Oshi no Ko is the #1 highest rated anime on my anime list. I'm staring at it right now. #1. What do I think of Oshi no Ko? Honestly, Oshi no Ko is fantastic. I'll give credit. It's actually fantastic. Like, when before Oshi no Ko even came out, I had heard of Oshi no Ko because there were different videos on it. I think Gigok did a review on it, and based off the fact that it was the mangaka from Love is War, that also was the reason why people were hyping it up, saying, oh my god, Oshi no Ko is so depressing, it's so good. So I remember I'd read a couple chapters into it, and I thought it was good, but I was like, I can't be bothered to finish this. So I never really went that far. And what happens is, with this season, is it starts off with a flipping movie. We're talking 90 minutes, man. We start off with a 90-minute episode, and it covered all the chapters that I read plus more that I missed. And based off the first episode, because even now, you can say the first episode is basically 3+ episodes. To be honest with you, the first episode is 90 minutes, and that's about, like 6 episodes of anime, or 5. So, based off the first episode was absolutely incredible. It's probably the strongest one of the strongest first episodes I've ever seen in anime. Hands down. It's like Attack on Titan episode 1 levels of strong. It was ridiculously strong, and I understand why it's very high up the my anime list. #1, I'm not sure, but I understand why it's in the top 30. I understand why it's there, right? So, without spoiling anything, and I feel like this is one of those animes you should try and go in as blind as possible. So I'm not going to spoil anything past. Well, I'm not really going to spoil anything in episode 1, obviously, but I'm not going to really talk about episode 2 and 3, even though episode 2 and 3 are done very well, and I'm really excited to see what happens to the future of Aqua and Ruby and how that whole story is planning out. But based off episode 1, right, I would say that what the story is about is that there's this idol called Hoshino Ai, very popular, well, not very popular, but she's an up-and-coming, and she's going to be a mega star of an idol. And there's this doctor who is who's taking care of who's basically an eye fan. He's an eye fan. The reason why he was an eye fan is because there was a patient who was an eye fan who made him an eye fan. So what happens is that Hoshino Ai arrives in the hospital and he's wondering why. The reason finds out is because she's pregnant with twins, and he shocked by it, vows to help her deliver her children. And bear in mind, this girl is 16. A 16-year-old idol pregnant with twins. So that's about all I'm going to say. I feel like the rest you should try and watch for yourself, because I feel like if I go into more, you start getting into like spoilers, because the whole episode is a whole thrill ride. All I can say is the opening and the ending for this show. I'd say the opening is one of the best. The ending might be the best of the season, hands down. The ending is so sung very well by Queen Bee, but the visuals, Jesus Christ, man. The visuals for this ending is absolutely insane. And then the opening, Yasobi killed it with that. And when I found out about the hidden meanings of the actual opening, about what the words were meaning, I was like, oh, damn, this is actually more deep than I thought it was. Like, Jesus Christ. You think it's a fun little opening because you're hearing it in Japanese, and I don't know Japanese, and I'm like, yeah, man, this is fun. Read it in sub. Then you'll know, you'll know if that opening is fun. All in all, man, the characters are lovable. The characters are really cool. The music is fire. Animation, gorgeous. Gorgeous animation. Also, the art style is really well done as well. The way the story is panned out is really, really good. And it's really, really strong, actually. Sorry, not good. It's a very strong story. And I love the fact that we're seeing the behind the scenes of how the entertainment industry works. I do love shows that go into the behind the scenes of stuff like that, because you get to see the dark side of it. You don't see all the fun and glitz and glams of being an idol and doing acting stuff, and it's all fun and all. No, it ain't, man. No, it ain't. It's actually kind of depressing, and it's actually kind of, it actually puts mental stress on people. Hence why celebrities go and, do some stuff to themselves that aren't great. You know what I mean? But that's why celebrities go on off and end themselves. Sorry, I didn't mean to be dark or anything, but basic, and because of mental stress and all that. So Oshinoko, man, flipping fantastic. I would advise everyone to try and go in as blind as possible for episode 1. Just literally the synopsis I had, that's all you need. It's on High Dive though, and here's the thing, I can't believe it. High Dive has the best anime of the season. Who would have thought? I mean, granted, yes, they have Made in Abyss and all that, but still. Like, Oshinoko came out of nowhere blue. Like, Crunchyroll must be kicking themselves in the balls. Like, no one picked this up. High Dive did? Bro. And I'll give credit to High Dive. Fair enough. You're competing very well if you're getting stuff like Oshinoko and people are actually liking it and turning up. So, I'll give you credit for that. Now, will Oshinoko keep that #1 status on my anime list? We'll wait and see. I have a weird feeling it might, because Her Love is War Season 3 is very high up on that list. If Bleach can get into top 10. I believe Bleach is top 10 still, right? Hold on. I need to double check this. I believe last time I checked it was in top 10. Yeah, it's number 3. If Bleach is the 3rd best anime of all time according to my anime list, I'm pretty sure Oshinoko is staying up #1. Unfortunately, my poor little Full Metal Alchemist and Hunter x Hunter are getting taken down, but it is what it is. So that's my that's all I've got for episode 1 of Drops in 3. How did you guys like it? Because to me, I'm not gonna lie, it just felt like I was just talking for ages and we just got through everything. That's pretty much it. But this is episode 1 of the podcast, and I'll work on trying to improve this. Hopefully there'll be graphics. I'll try and be quicker in terms of talking about anime and a bit more thorough. Actually, not thorough, but essentially what I'll say is that with this episode, I was trying to hit 30 minutes. I've hit 45. I feel like I could have done this a bit quicker, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. This is what these are for. And I hope you guys are excited for the future of this, and I hope you guys enjoy this. And please feel free to shoot me some feedback in comment sections, whether it's comments on YouTube. I think Spotify has a comment or something. We'll have to figure that out. But I'm excited for the future of this. I'm excited for the next episode, so I'll do next episode next week. I won't tell you what the topic is next. Actually, I'll tell a lie. It's most likely going to be the winter anime that I didn't talk about. I'll probably do that, to be honest with you. But all in all, man, I hope you have a great day, everyone. Thank you very much for coming. Stay safe, and peace is how I usually end it on my channel. So I have no idea how I'm going to end it on the Dropped In 3 channel. I'm just going to say it like that. But all in all, have a great day. I look forward to seeing you on the next episode of the Dropped In 3 podcast, and I'll see you soon. All right. Bye.